Hello, viewers, welcome to HMW Prime. Telltale Games has been one of the most influential story-based video game developer. Through their career they have made many games. My list covers the very best games they have done. Telltale Games is easily one of the most influential story-focused video game developers. Their works are widely loved and they have made games on all kinds of famous franchises. Here's my list entitled The Best Telltale Games Ever Made. Before we get started, consider subscribing to this channel for more gaming content. So, let's start our video without wasting your time. On number 1 is The Wolf Among Us. It's available for mobile, PC and consoles. Let me give a summary. Everyone wants to see their childhood characters in a somewhat mature and mysterious setting. Wolf Among Us does exactly that by bringing fairy tale characters into a realistic world. These fairy tale creatures are living among humans and are trying their best to fit in. Then suddenly everything goes wrong when a human is murdered. The protagonist of the story, Sheriff Bigby Wolf, knows that they will blame his kind for the human's death. That starts off the story with the player trying to find what happened and who did it. Wolf Among Us takes place over the span of 5 episodes. All of these end in a very suspenseful moment that makes the player continue playing as soon as possible. The Wolf Among Us is an awesome murder mystery game with amazing characters and impactful choices. I absolutely love the game and highly recommend it to everybody. It is easily one of the best Telltale games and even one of the best games, period.
You used to be something.
Number 2, The Walking Dead. It's available for mobile devices, PC and consoles. The Walking Dead Season 1 came out back in 2012. It is the game that made Telltale Games a household name. It is considered one of the best story-based games of all time and has received the most awards in 2012. The Walking Dead season is one of the original games that popularized the father-daughter dynamic that we see in many games nowadays. Lee is an incredible protagonist who is surrounded by other awesome characters that all feel unique. In addition, all the characters in the game feel human. They all have been scarred by the apocalypse in different ways. Some of them have even lost the will to live. You go through so many locations and meet many different characters, some good and some evil. The zombie game genre had gone very bland, so you really needed to create something extraordinary to stand out. Telltale Games managed to make the best zombie game on mobile that we had played in years. Moreover, some players even think that people should just play The Walking Dead Season 1 and ignore the rest. That is just how good it is. It is easily one of the best Telltale games, if not the very best. This is the game that made Telltale Games famous and mainstream.
Do you think things will ever be normal again?
Yeah, I do.
I hope so.
Number 3. Tales from the Borderlands. Now we arrive at the best Telltale game in my opinion. Tales from the Borderlands is easily the best Borderlands story. It is filled with incredible humor, lovable characters, and a great story bundled with an awesome soundtrack. Don't let the Borderlands name scare you away from this incredible game. It was completely developed by Telltale Games. They did the writing, picked the music, and everything else. Chronologically, the game follows 2 protagonists, Reese and Fiona. Both of these are extremely charming and the voice acting for both is really well done. You literally won't find a single bad written character in the entire game or even a single bad line of dialogue. There are wholesome references everywhere and the story literally never gets boring. It has 5 episodes and all of these just keep getting better and better. The chemistry between the characters is also great. But the sad thing is it's too underrated. This game is not popular as other games in this list. On number 4 is Batman: The Telltale Series, including Batman: Enemy Within. When we think of a Batman game, the ones that come to mind are Batman Arkham series. Before Rocksteady started making Batman games, most superhero games, in general, were pretty mediocre or rough around the edges. Telltale Games tried their hand at making a story-based choice-focused Batman game. Depending on who you ask, they either succeeded or failed miserably. One thing is for sure though, Telltale gave us a spin on Batman that we had never seen before in games. In addition, Batman: The Telltale Series came out in 2016 on pretty much all the platforms, even on Nintendo Switch and mobile devices. The game features 5 episodes. Just like the regular Telltale Games formula, all the choices you make alter things in the story. Furthermore, Batman: The Telltale Series is one of the very few Telltale games with multiple branching paths. That means now your choices actually matter a lot more than they did in other games and they significantly impact the story. Most fans really enjoyed Telltale's take on Batman. I certainly had a very fun time with it and will easily recommend it to Telltale fans or Batman fans, given the fact that I am also a Batman fan. Anyways, on the other hand, Batman: The Enemy Within. It is a great sequel and improves upon almost everything. The main thing that draws people's attention to the game, which was also the main selling point, was how much different their version of the Joker was. He was a very complex character and the game took time to thoroughly develop him. Batman: The Enemy Within is honestly one of the most unique and emotional Batman stories we have seen outside of the comics. Telltale's version really adds a lot to the characters and develops them.
Smile.
And with that, this list comes to an end. I have gone through all the major Telltale Games franchises. I hope your favorite Telltale game made it into the list. Telltale Games has had us hyped with their announcement for The Wolf Among Us 2. Here's to hoping that it will be just as brilliant as the original. While you wait for it, consider trying some of the games from this list that you haven't played before. That's all for today. See you guys in next video.
Till that night.